Ever feel like the world of blockchain is just moving at a million miles an hour? It's exciting stuff,
Yeah.
but getting past the hype to really understand it can be a challenge.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why you've asked us to unpack Avalanche, a platform aiming to solve, some of those big blockchain headaches.
Absolutely.
And to do that, we're going straight to the source,
Right.
the Avalanche Platform Whitepaper from June 2020.
Yeah, it's a dense read, I know.
Oh, yeah.
But think of it like the blueprint to a high-performance engine. You got to get it right.
Yeah.
To really appreciate what Avalanche does, we need to understand the limitations of the tech that it's trying to improve on.
Right.
It's not just about building another blockchain. It's about solving fundamental challenges that they all face.
Yeah, and the paper jumps right into that. It's almost like the creators are saying, look, we know what's not working, and here's how we're going to fix it.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
So let's try and establish some common ground.
Okay.
Why is blockchain such a tough nut to crack? Imagine you're building a financial system,
Okay.
right? You want the speed of Visa, millions of transactions every second. You want the security of Fort Knox, basically unhackable.
Right.
And here's the kicker.
Yeah.
You want it decentralized, like the internet itself. No single point of control.
Right.
That's what blockchains are trying to achieve.
Yeah, and that's a tough ask.
Yeah.
When you put it all together like that,
It is.
it's like you want everything.
Yeah, and the white paper actually calls this out specifically,
Yeah.
highlighting things like scalability and security, customization and decentralization as these 4 pillars.
It's the balancing act.
But here's the thing. These goals, they often clash.
Right. Think about it. A small group making decisions super quick,
Right.
but it's riskier if someone in the group's dishonest.
Yeah.
A huge group, more secure,
Uh-huh.
but much slower to reach a consensus.
Yeah, it's like that old saying, a camel is a horse designed by committee.
Exactly. And you see that play out.
Yeah.
In the blockchain space, Bitcoin, for example, prioritizes security above all else. It's slow, but incredibly secure.
Right.
Smaller blockchains are faster, but potentially more vulnerable.
Yeah.
Avalanche says, hold my beer, and claims to achieve all 4.
Hold my beer. Okay, so how?
That's where their secret sauce comes in.
Yeah.
The Snow family of protocols.
Okay.
The paper describes it with this really interesting analogy.
Yeah.
Imagine you need to make a quick decision. Instead of a massive group endlessly debating, you quickly poll a small, random group of friends.
Okay.
And chances are, even if a couple disagree initially, a clear majority opinion emerges pretty quickly, right?
Right.
Now, replace those friends with nodes computers on the Avalanche network. These nodes are constantly checking in with a random subset of others, verifying transactions through a process called proof of stake.
Okay.
This rapid-fire polling, it replaces the energy-intensive mining process used by blockchains like Bitcoin, which relies on proof of work.
Okay. Time out for a quick explanation for any listeners who might be new to this whole thing.
Start right.
Proof of work is like a giant Sudoku competition
Okay.
where miners are using tons of computing power to solve complex puzzles and add new blocks to the chain.
Yeah, it's brute forcing it.
Yeah, it's incredibly secure.
It is.
But it's kind of like keeping a stadium's lights on just to power a single light bulb.
Yeah, not very efficient.
Proof of stake is different. Imagine, instead of brute forcing your way in,
Yeah.
you're chosen to participate based on how much you've actually invested in the system.
Right, so the more you stake,
Yeah.
the more likely you are to be selected to validate transactions and earn rewards.
It's more like a democracy where your voting power is tied to your stake.
Exactly.
Right.
And this difference is what allows Avalanche to be both fast and efficient.
Okay.
The white paper highlights this, boasting a 1-second transaction finality
Wow.
compared to minutes on other chains.
Okay, so that's huge.
Yeah, this speed combined with its energy efficiency makes Avalanche incredibly appealing for real-world applications.
So they've cracked the code on speed, efficiency, and security.
It seems that way, yeah.
But where do these subnets, I keep hearing about these, where do they fit into all of this? This is where Avalanche starts to sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, subnets are really interesting.
Yeah.
It's an ingenious solution to a very real problem. Imagine if every email, every tweet, every financial transaction all clogged up the same network.
Oh, total gridlock.
Right. Subnets are like dedicated lanes for different types of blockchain tasks.
Okay.
This is what allows Avalanche to be incredibly flexible and scalable. Need to handle sensitive data,
Yeah.
create a private subnet with restricted access,
Okay.
want to create a blockchain game with unique rules and tokens, spin up a custom subnet tailored to your needs.
So it's like having a super highway network with these specialized off-ramps for different types of vehicles.
Exactly.
That way you can avoid everyone getting stuck in one giant traffic jam.
Precisely. And each subnet can have its own rules, its own security measures, and even its own token economy.
Yeah.
It's like having multiple blockchains operating in parallel, all interconnected by the core Avalanche platform.
Wow. This modularity, I mean, that's got to be a game changer for developers, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Developers can build highly specialized applications without being limited by the constraints of a one-size-fits-all blockchain.
It gives them so many options.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see what people are building.
And the white paper, it doesn't just stop at the tech itself.
Right.
It dives into something I think equally crucial, which is governance.
Yes.
This is where Avalanche gets, I think, really interesting because it gives you, the user, a voice in how this whole thing evolves.
I love that they address this head on.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to create a decentralized platform,
Right.
but it's another to make sure it stays decentralized
Right.
by giving the community a say in its future.
Exactly. And the paper highlights specific areas where users actually have this voting power.
Yeah.
Like the minimum stake required to participate in validating transactions.
Right.
Remember that proof of stake concept we talked about?
Uh-huh.
Well, Avalanche lets users vote on how much AvaX, the platform's native token, is needed to even join that validation process.
Which keeps things fair.
Yeah.
Prevents a scenario where only the,
Right.
the wealthiest individuals or these big institutions have control over the network.
Exactly. It's about democratizing access, ensuring that everyone has a chance to participate in securing the network and earning rewards.
It's about giving everyone a seat at the table.
Exactly.
And this commitment to decentralization, it extends to how the platform itself is governed.
Right.
Users can even vote on how AVX tokens are created and distributed,
Wow.
which directly impacts the platform's economics.
That's huge.
It's a big deal. This is huge for maintaining stability
Right.
and preventing, that rich get richer problem that we've seen
Yeah.
that has plagued other blockchain projects.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how has it played out in practice?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right?
That's what I want to know.
I mean, a white paper is a bit like a movie trailer.
Yeah.
Full of promise, but you never know if the final product is going to live up. And that's what makes 2022 so interesting.
Okay.
That's when the Avalanche, that the real deal went live.
Okay, so no more theory.
Yeah, no more theory. Time to put the pedal to the metal.
Exactly.
And did they ever?
Remember those ambitious speed and efficiency claims from the white paper? Were they just marketing hype?
Well, that's the thing. The Avalanche team, they actually achieved what they set out to do.
Okay.
Processing thousands of transactions per second with that 1 second finality.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, from a technical perspective, it's really impressive.
But raw horsepower isn't enough.
You're right.
You need a reason for people to actually use the platform.
Exactly. And that's where I think subnets, those customizable blockchain lanes we were talking about,
Yeah.
that's where they really shine. Since that mainnet launch, we've seen just this explosion of developers creating specialized subnets for all sorts of applications.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's like the difference between building a single-purpose factory
Okay.
and this platform that allows anyone to just kind of set up shop and build whatever they want,
I like that.
Yeah, we're seeing everything from fan tokens for sports teams to like complex decentralized finance applications, all running on their own dedicated subnets within the Avalanche ecosystem.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So it's this flexibility that makes Avalanche so compelling. It's not a one-size-fits-all blockchain.
Right.
It's a platform that can evolve and adapt to the needs of its users.
Absolutely. And speaking of users, let's talk about the real MVPs. The Avalanche community. The paper emphasized user governance, and I've been so impressed by how actively involved people are in shaping the platform's future.
It's been amazing to witness.
It has.
We've seen the community come together to vote on proposals that directly impact the Avalanche ecosystem.
Right. Everything from adjusting the AVAX minting rate to deciding on which new features to prioritize.
And remember how the white paper highlighted preventing that rich get richer problem?
Yeah.
It wasn't just lip service.
No.
They actually put it into practice.
The combination of proof of stake with user governance has created a much more equitable playing field.
And you don't need to be a whale with millions of dollars worth of AVX
No.
to have a voice.
Even smaller holders can participate in securing the network, earning rewards, and having a say in how this platform evolves.
It creates this virtuous cycle where the more people participate, the more decentralized and resilient the platform becomes.
Exactly, which ultimately benefits everyone, right?
Right. It's inspiring to see a project not just talk the talk
Yeah.
about this decentralization and user empowerment, but then they actually walk the walk.
It's really cool to see.
It is. And that brings us back to where we started. You asked us to dive into Avalanche,
We did.
to unpack what makes it tick. And I think what we've discovered is that Avalanche is more than just a faster, more efficient blockchain.
It's a movement.
It's a testament to the power of a committed community building something, I think,
Yeah.
truly remarkable.
It's really cool.
It's a powerful reminder that technology is just a tool.
Mm-hmm.
What truly matters is how people choose to use it.
Couldn't agree more.
And in the case of Avalanche, we're seeing the emergence of this vibrant, decentralized ecosystem that's pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of blockchain.
100%.
So there you have it, our deep dive into Avalanche.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Hopefully you've come away not just with a better understanding of the technology, but also a sense of the excitement and potential that surrounds this platform.
Definitely.
And if you're anything like us, you're probably buzzing with questions about the future of Avalanche, the evolution of blockchain technology, and the impact this is all going to have on our world.
All the big questions.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Head over to the comments section and let us know what other technological rabbit holes you'd like us to explore in future episodes.
Yeah, we love hearing from you.
And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive.